Hello, 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 FA Nation. It is game day. Hi, Howard. How are you?
Hello, Brandon. What's going on? It has already been yet another tumultuous morning. I would just love one day where we can wake up and all the news we caught on Saturday is the same as all the news we're getting on Sunday, yet just not the case.
Oh, yeah. I mean, here's the deal. I tweeted out this morning, based off the Saturday news, that Leonard Fournette is playing. 10 minutes later, Adam Schefter tweets out, actually, it looks like Leonard Fournette is not playing. I have planned my life around Leonard Fournette's existence. No, it's okay. I think let's start there, actually. This is interesting. My husband's in this predicament, and, you know, his team is tragic at its own level, and he's sitting right next to me. But I know a lot of other people are in this predicament. I know, Howard, you're in this predicament. Anyone who's been at the end of their drafts have both Leonard Fournette and Dalvin Cook. And today they're asking questions like, do I start Corey Grant? So we're going to have... It's week 3.
That's the best part. That's the best part. It's like, do I start Corey Grant, TJ Yeldon, or Ito Smith? It's like, how? Like,
this is where we are.
Because that's the thing is that we also built our depth. It was like we took Leonard Fournette, then we took Dalvin Cook, then we came back around, we grabbed a wide receiver, and then we took Royce Freeman.
Right. Right. Although, if there were to be a Royce Freeman breakout game, I think this might be it. So I will say that. I am a Philip Lindsay fan this week, too. I know they're playing the Ravens, but I think that they'll be using both of them. There's a motorcycle outside again. Okay, so we are going to be answering your questions, obviously, like we do every single week. You can also play with us today. There are actually 2 opportunities to play with us, and I think my fan ball lineup is so good. It doesn't matter what you do, but you should come play with me anyway. So go to Fanball right now. You can play and win. It's a $5 50-50 contest, and we're going to give away hats and shirts to the FA Nation faithful. So go there right now. You want to go to fantasyalarm.com/fanball, and then you can sign up and come play with us. Again, that's fantasyalarm.com/playfanball. Sorry, I didn't say play before. So it's fantasyalarm.com/playfanball. Okay. And it's good, really fun. It's an awesome contest. Also, I just retweeted it on my Twitter handle, which is @BrandonHerFFB. And then you could also follow Howard, of course, @RotoBuzzGuy, and also just @FantasyAlarm. Go check that out too, because that's who originally tweeted this out. So go play with us. It's really fun. And then we also have another opportunity. You can come play FanDuel with us. Go to fantasyalarm.com/FD contest. It's a $10 Fantasy Alarm double up. Again, lots of fun. Go to fantasyalarm.com/FD contest, fantasyalarm.com/FD contest, limited to 50 spots. So get in now. All right, guys, we like to play with you guys. So it's really fun when we do this, because also you guys talk smack to us when we have a tragic lineup because someone gets out. I tell you, every time I do one of these contests, someone gets hurt. And then someone's tweeting at me. They're like, oh, how did you not know that Leonard Fournette would break his arm? Which obviously he's not going to play. But the point is, I don't want to jinx anyone, so I use that example. Here we go. Moving on to the news and the things that we're doing. All right. Okie dokie. Sony Michel or Latavius Murray from Matt Frazier on YouTube. Let's start with him.
Sony Michel or Latavius Murray. I don't know how you don't go Latavius Murray here. Okay. Yep. Here we go.
Day, everybody.
Let's eliminate these types of questions from everybody. Latavius Murray is the starting running back for the Minnesota Vikings going up against the Buffalo Bills. Fact. Sony Michel shares a backfield with Rex Burkhead, James White. Who am I missing there? Rex Burkhead, James White, Sony Michel, and there's some other tragic name in there too, isn't there? Who am I missing?
I think that's it. I think you're thinking about when Jeremy Hill was there.
Oh, yeah. Whatever.
He's on IR now.
It's like, I just don't understand. Why you would think that Sony Michel would be getting more touches than Latavius Murray or do a better job. Like, I don't get that. I don't understand that, Brandon. Am I crazy? Am I crazy?
I think what they're thinking is that it's going to be the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions are tragic. They throw on 76.6% of their offensive snaps so far this year, which is like the craziest thing ever. So I think they're thinking.
What are the Bills?
No, I agree. But I think they're thinking this is going to be a high-scoring game, whereas like the Vikings could really sit on their laurels against the Bills. I even think if they sit on their laurels, I give Latavius Murray at least one touchdown, if not two. Other question from Matt Frazier is Allen Robinson or Keelan Cole?
Now that Leonard Fournette's out, I'm going Keelan Cole.
Yeah, I think I am too. I'm going Keelan Cole because of a couple things. A, it's Bortles at home without Leonard Fournette, which just means that he scores points. And if he scores points, he uses Keelan Cole. My thing about Allen Robinson is that he is on the road against the Cardinals. I'm just not quite sure how much they're going to need from Allen Robinson. And let's be honest, Mitchell Trubisky only has one career game with more than one touchdown, and that's insane. So even though it's a new year, et cetera, I just don't see why we would think there's a ton of upside there. Corey King asked, Luck or Rivers? Luck is at the Philadelphia Eagles, and Phillip Rivers is at the Los Angeles Rams. Both tough matchups.
Both really tough matchups, actually. I'm going to go with Rivers, actually, here. Yeah, I mean, I think the secondary is rock solid for the Eagles. You're talking about some bad weather over there. You're talking about the fact that Phillip Rivers, get this, he's 11-3 when the Chargers are a 7-point underdog or more. That's straight up. That's not against the spread. He's 11-3 in those games. So I'll take those odds and I'll go with Phillip Rivers surprising everybody in the Rams.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to win. I think that, yes, they always play well enough to win. It's almost like it motivates him because, you know, he's Phillip Rivers. He's just an enigma. Chulo 8042 asks PPR flex play, Royce Freeman, Josh Gordon, or Marvin Jones. Now, Marvin Jones still questionable for tonight's game. Josh Gordon still questionable. Like, is he going to be part of the roster or not? So I think you have to go Royce Freeman here, even though this is a flex play, because you may not have anyone in Sunday Night Football. Am I crazy, or do you just wait and hope that Marvin Jones goes?
These questions are leaving a bad taste in my mouth right now.
This is week 3, and we're already here, people. We're already here.
You got to go Freeman. You can't take that chance that one or both aren't going to be playing tonight. So I'll go Freeman, and I'll hope for some extra touches.
Yeah, listen, they say that he could be available on Sunday. They're in what is the word I'm looking
opposing?
No, they're optimistic. That's the word I'm looking for. They are optimistic, but I am not. I'm not enough to have 0 options because Josh Gordon is not an option in my opinion. All right, one question today from New York Jet Girl. What up, New York Jet Girl? Jared Cook or Austin Seferian-Jenkins? This is where we are again in life in week 3.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to go with Jared Cook.
Me too.
You know, I feel like the Raiders are going to have to pass the ball. I think Miami's going to try and pound the rock with Kenyon Drake. I feel like, and I actually heard from a source inside the Dolphins that they've actually drawn up additional plays for Mike Gesicki, their tight end. So
they've been saying that for like months. So
yeah, no, I hear you, but. I mean, take it for what it is. Drake short passing to the tight end. And if they need to, air it out to Kenny Stills, they're going to air it out to Kenny Stills. They don't really have anything else there. Devontae Parker sucks at football. He's just terrible. So, yeah, I would just go with Cook here. I like the matchup.
I don't think we can ignore the Cook volume. I mean, the tight ends are so bad this year. I think genuinely Jared Cook is a borderline must start every week now, which is just, that says a lot about where we are with tight ends. Have a great Sunday. Thank you, New York Jet Girl. You too. How much is Parker playing today for the Finns? This is Paul.
I don't know, and I don't care.
Yeah, we're We're not the right podcast to ask for that question. Just kidding. Listen, he plays in the National Football League, so we'll talk about him. He could play, again, the main person here is Kenny Stills. There's just no getting around that. And then you got Albert Wilson there in the slot. Just Devontae Parker is so far down the pecking order in terms of fantasy points. You got to be in a really dire spot to be using him. Brian Kesey asks, standard, Sony Michel. There must be someone in the fantasy community really touting Sony Michel this weekend. I don't usually listen to a lot of chatter, which is why people actually sometimes like my analysis, because I don't really listen to what everyone else is saying. I just do my own research and I tell you what I found. But someone must be talking about, because we're getting a lot of Sony Michel questions here. Fascinating.
Yeah, Corey Davis questions too. I'm getting an abundance of those as well.
Yeah, a lot of those. So Sony Michel, Jamal Williams, or Robert Woods in the flex?
I mean, you could actually go with Sony Michel here. I mean, I think Jamal Williams is going to get the early touches in this game, but I mean, he's been so tragic these first couple of weeks. Like, he's been bad. He's been really bad. And Rodgers injury is high. So you go Jamal Williams here?
I mean, to me, this is about, do you need upside? And actually, I think the upside player is Robert Woods. Robert Woods has gotten the volume, the air yards, everything that you look for fantasy points. It just hasn't materialized yet. This could be the game against the Chargers. So if you need a ton of upside, I actually kind of like Robert Woods. I just think with Jamal Williams, this is the problem with Aaron Jones, and this is why they keep saying that Jamal Williams is definitely the starter. Jamal Williams is a great blocker. And right now they have a one-legged quarterback. They're not going to bench this guy. So, they need to protect Aaron Rodgers above all else, because they care more about Aaron Rodgers living than Aaron Jones being an awesome fantasy option as a team. So that's why people are frustrated, but that's where they are. So I agree with you in terms of, I guess Sony Michel too. To me, Jamal Williams is just like functional. So if you're ahead or behind, that's going to determine this question for me. But to me, like, Jamal Williams is the highest floor, I think. No? Maybe not. He stinks too. Everybody stinks. But I kind of like Robert Woods here. But
so let's go Robert Woods. I'll happily go Robert Woods than one of these just tragic running backs. I mean, this is awful. Like, fair. Take away Kamara and take away Gurley, right? Take those guys away. Who are the three highest used, most commonly questioned running backs around right now? Like, nobody gives a crap about Kenyon Drake. Nobody gives a shit about Tevin Coleman. It's all Matt Breida, Corey Clement, Gio Bernard. It's these, small pass catching running backs who, this is where we're at right now. This is what everybody wants. Like, nobody wants the just straight running north-south, freaking.
Yeah, but I think it's a mistake, because
I think it is too. I do as well. It's kind of tragic.
Okay. We're switching over to Facebook, everybody. So come on down. By the way, we are live on Facebook Live, on YouTube, on Periscope, and on fantasyalarm.com. Also, fantasyalarm.com has a great chat section where you can get your questions answered after the show as well. Also, if you want a free week to hang out with us, be part of FA Nation officially, you can go to fantasyalarm.com/Brandon, or you can go to fantasyalarm.com/Bender, and you can get a free week. So go sign up, everybody. Good morning. Hi, Daryl Rule. Good morning. PPR, Fitzgerald, or Deshaun Jackson? Let's start with that one. He has a couple.
I got to go with Deshaun Jackson here. I mean, this is to me, this is the last week that you're going to be able to use the Bucs like this, because next week they play the Bears. And then I think they have a bye week. And then after the bye week, you're probably going to end up with Jameis Winston. Why? Because Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to get mangled by the Bears. So, yeah, this is the last week to use them. So Fitzpatrick and Deshaun Jackson, put them in. Just get them into your lineups. Do it.
Do it. Next question from Daryl is Philip Lindsay or TJ Yeldon, assuming Fournette is out. I go Philip Lindsay here.
Agreed.
Guys, I think this Corey Grant thing is just messing up all our lives. Mike Hammy Manzo, what up? Flex PPR with Alshon out. Should I start Matthews over Allison? I do want to say one thing, you guys. Alshon Jeffrey was questionable and was a game time decision. They decided to hold him out, but I do think there's a possibility he starts next week. If someone dropped him, or if this is kind of the last moment, they need Alshon Jeffrey. And now that Carson Wentz is back, there's going to be actual passing happening that's more than a yard. They'll still use Nelson Aguilar. I don't think that that's going to, we're not out on Nelson Aguilar, but I am in on Alshon Jeffrey. Matthews, though, over Allison, first week back for Wentz. That's too much for me. What about you, Howard?
Yeah, I can't get behind Jordan Matthews. I've never been a big fan of his at all. I know Allison's a tough play also. Maybe he gets 50 yards. Maybe he gets the touchdown. But, I mean, I just can't see first game back Wentz with a little rust and now working with Matthews, who, he didn't work with last year.
I am okay, actually, with Matthews as like a pickup. I'm not okay with Matthews week 1. Fournette is out. Right. We agree. I'm here, but according to Facebook, you're not. Hi, Jane. Well, we're here now. Good morning, everyone. David. Michael Yates says, with Fournette out today, who do I put in his place? Austin Eckler, Alex Collins, or TJ Yeldon? We are in Hades.
Alex Collins, please.
It should be. And you guys, if Alex Collins gets completely messed up again, then we have to talk next week. But this week, against the Broncos, at home, in the rain, if they don't use him, I'm just going to throw up my hands.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. I just
tap it out.
By the way, he was not playing poorly in week 2. I don't know why they decided to just go out here. I mean, even with the pass catching, he was doing a good job. So I don't understand what's happening. So we're going to go with this. Although
we're being trolled by John Harbaugh. That's what's going on.
But we're also kind of being trolled by the Chargers, because if Austin Eckler continues to get work, I do agree with you, though, that you have to start considering him for a flex and putting him in as an every week starter. I'd like to see 3 weeks in a row of Austin Eckler, because they still are using Melvin Gordon a lot. So I don't know how do you feel about Eckler?
He's a flex play if Gordon's banged up. I mean, or if it's an obvious lopsided game where the Chargers are going to win. He'll get some work, but he's never going to get enough where you're like, yeah, I got to get this guy. I'll always take a wide receiver who's got, stronger upside than to go with Eckler, who, he'll see a couple of touches here, but I don't have the confidence in him. I really don't.
Watch the neck injury for Melvin Gordon. He did practice in full all week, so we have no reason to believe that it's going to negatively affect him. But I would just say that would be the only thing that I have to say about Eckler and that. TJ Yeldon, again, Corey Grant. TJ Yeldon's also been dealing with injuries this week, so I'm not quite sure they won't just pull him a little bit towards the end of the game when they have Blaine Gabbert against the Jags defense. Yikes. Standard scoring need 2. Fuller, Cobb, Burkhead, Corey Davis.
Fuller and Cobb.
Yep, I'd agree. Guys, did you see Will Fuller play? Sometimes I want to be like, did you see this person? Will Fuller is consistent. When he is out there with Deshaun Watson, he's like, it's out of our mind, and it's so much work, so many targets. I don't understand. Anyway, hey, there you are. Yes, hi, Jane. Told ya. All my players are hurt. Poor Mike Hammy Manzo. We agree. Good morning, FA. Yeah. Hi. What's up, Bender? What up? Aloha, Riley. Hello. Stephanie, need help. Need one. Non-PPR. Pierre Garçon, Golden Tate, Larry Fitzgerald, and Brandon Cooks. But I love that you have all elite PPR options in this league. No, but it's just funny because you know what? To be honest with you, they're still going to score some points, though. And I do think that sometimes people overcompensate for non-PPR versus PPR, because these are all guys that you'd be like, oh, yeah, it must be a PPR league. But you're asking for non-PPR. That's fine. They're still going to get points. So anyway, good on you. I meant that realistically. I still think I might go Brandon Cooks, though, here.
Yeah?
Would you go him over Tate or Garçon? We can't go Larry Fitzgerald.
Oh, no, I can't go Larry Fitzgerald. I was kind of leaning towards Garçon, but that's also kind of attached to, what kind of work Marquise Goodwin is going to say. I mean, the Chiefs secondary is terrible. I mean, it's absolutely terrible. There's nothing good about the Chiefs secondary. It's why I'm on the San Francisco side of, stacking in DFS. I mean, yeah, you can get a piece of a bunch of the Chiefs there, like Kelsey or Tyreek Hill, but
it cost $1 million.
Yeah, it's too pricey. I just think Garçon's going to see good volume against a weak secondary here. So, I mean, that's kind of where I'm leaning on this one here. But I mean, state the case for Cooks. I think that the Chargers secondary is really strong.
Selena versus Cena. With Marlon Mack out, do I start Wilkins over Chris Carson? Half-point PPR. I say yes. What say you, Howard?
I say yes as well.
Yeah, guys, Chris Carson, that really scared me the second half. I don't care what Pete Carroll tells me.
He was gassed because he had to play special teams. Oh, God. Like week 3, and we're tired of like some of the same stuff over and over again. And yet week 2, Chris Carson's tired because he had to be on the special teams. Buh.
Andy Small asks, Mahomes or Garoppolo? And I think this is a good question. If you have both, I think you have to start Mahomes. But if you were doing DFS, I think you start Garoppolo because Mahomes is out of his mind expensive.
Yeah, 100%. Agreed, 100% there.
Out of his mind
in a bunch of my lineups.
And you know, listen, I am not against Mahomes. It's just that like his pricing has been just like wacky. Jabri Gordon, PPR, need one. Marvin Jones, Corey Grant, Ryan Grant, Jordan Wilkins. I need to hear a little more about Marvin Jones. But listen, obviously the answer is Marvin Jones in like a real world setting.
Right, but if he's questionable and we don't know what's going on with the ankle and there's a risk that he gets held out of the game because, you know, everybody loves Kenny Golladay anyway. Kenny Golladay is going to the Hall of Fame, according to pretty much the majority of Twitter. I would probably I'd actually lean on Wilkins here. I would. You know, he's going to get the carries.
I don't like any of these people, but this is going to have to be Jordan Wilkins. And again, if Marvin Jones explodes Sunday night, I would believe that as well. But my point is we don't know, and then you don't have anyone else to play. If you gave me another option that's also in Sunday night, maybe there's one on waiver that you could get on Sunday night or Monday Night Football, then that's fine. But today, we just have a problem here. Demaryius Thomas or Kenny Stills for a number 3 wide receiver. Hi, Michael. Good job.
You know what? I'd probably go Kenny Stills here, believe it or not. I think the secondary for the Ravens got beaten up a little bit by the Bengals last week. But I think they've had, you know, plenty of time to fix that. Kenny Stills against, I mean, who's he going to see? Garyon Conley, Rashawn Melvin. Oh my God, if he's got Rashawn Melvin covering him, I mean, Kenny Stills could go for 120 and 2 touchdowns today. Melvin's so bad. So I mean, I would go with Stills here.
Yeah. You also saw what AJ Green did to the Baltimore Ravens defense, and that could be Demaryius Thomas this week. But still, Demaryius Thomas has not played well. We need to see him play a little bit better to play him over Kenny Stills at this point, who has been playing well. Aloha Riley, week 3. I wonder if I should play David Johnson. I feel like I've been eating. Listen, she puts a bunch of depressed emojis here. I agree. I'm just not, as I said, emotionally stable enough to bench David Johnson yet. You might be, and I understand that. I just want to be honest with you. I'm not there yet because his talent is so outrageous that I'm afraid that the minute I bench him, he goes crazy. Now, against the Bears, I don't love it.
I don't love it at all. I do not love it at all.
You got to really have some cojones, and you got to give me a good option.
I'm at the point right now. Let me ask you a question here. Matt Breida, Corey Clement, and Gio Bernard. You got those 3 guys, Brandon, and David Johnson. Start 2.
Probably Matt Breida and David Johnson.
Oh yeah. Really?
Corey Clement obviously is a good option. I don't actually love Giovanni Bernard being injured all week against the Panthers on the road. I have to play him some places because I have to, but I don't think Bernard doesn't have enough upside, in my opinion, in that matchup on the road. But I could be wrong. Howard, what's up? Chargers defense or Atlanta's defense? Help me.
Yo, what's up? I mean, I would probably. I guess I would go with the Chargers defense and just hope for a turnover or 2 here. But, I mean, this Saints-Falcons game, you know, I mean, I can't say that.
You not do better than this? Like, really? These are 2 of the worst.
Isn't Dallas available on your waiver wire or something?
Dallas is my cheap play of the day. You guys, the sacks are going to be everywhere. If you like sacks, you'll love the Dallas Cowboys. Also, they've gotten a lot of sacks already this season. They're, I think, number 2 in the league in sacks right now. And then number 1 giving up sacks is obviously Seattle. So it's a match made in heaven. Is Calvin Ridley shaping up to get something going with Ryan, or is it still a bit early? This is Michael Hunter. I am out on Calvin Ridley. He could... Listen, it's always about who else you're comparing him to. This could be the game because they're at home. It's against the Saints. The Saints have just been letting everybody do whatever they want. And so that's a possibility. It's a little early for me personally, but I don't think people should be dropping Calvin Ridley right now. Yeah. What do you think, Howard?
I don't think they should be dropping Calvin Ridley either, but no, listen, just because he catches a touchdown does not necessarily mean that he has completely supplanted Mohamed Sanu. Now, I'm not into Mohamed Sanu either. I think he's a good possession guy, but I'm not ready to anoint Calvin Ridley as that was like his big coming out party. James Washington caught a touchdown last week. Are we ready to, celebrate him over everybody else? I mean, that's, where we're at right now. So, I like Ridley, but I'm not going to sit here and bench a guy who's maybe been proven a little bit more, a little better, just to kind of try and, chase last week's points with the flavor of the week.
Yep, absolutely. This is Michael Hossman. Brandon, what do you think about a Bortles, Westbrook, and Cole stack on FanDuel? I don't think I'd go that far. But I'm fine with going with a Bortles Cole or a Bortles Westbrook stack, actually. Again, I think that whenever Bortles is at home without Leonard Fournette, you should have some exposure. But I just don't know how many points they need to score against the Titans. That's my problem. It's Blaine Gabbert against the Jags. That's the only thing I don't like about Bortles this week. But so I would only stack with one guy on wide receiver, not 2. Non-PPR, this is Michael Tapia. I need 1, Tate or Yeldon. I think I go Golden Tate here.
Yeah, I go Golden Tate as well.
Especially if Marvin Jones is banged up. Wentz or Rivers? We already answered this one, right? But for someone else, Rob Kaiser, we're going Rivers in this situation. Derek, right? No, we didn't answer that one. We did Luck and Rivers. What do you think of Wentz and Rivers? Sorry, I was remembering.
I'm going to go with Rivers again. Wentz in the rain, first game back. No Jeffrey, a little rusty. Sorry.
Rodgers or Cousins, bad weather in Washington. PPR. We don't care for PPR. Although so many quarterbacks are catching touchdowns now, maybe we should care if it's PPR. I think you have to go Cousins, right?
Yes. Cousins over Rodgers in the rain? Yes.
I want Rodgers to rest his knee.
I don't love it, but I mean, if you think, I think they both are more than capable based on their matchups of going 250-2. I don't think we can expect, I don't think either guy is a 300-yard passer this week.
No, you will not get a bonus.
Like there's not, that's not happening. So. Yeah, I mean, people chasing those bonuses like that, it's just that's not going to happen. So I would go with Cousins, who is playing in fine weather, and he's going up against a punchless opponent. Right. Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm also weirded out by
like a dome,
the spread,
really.
the spread in that Washington Green Bay game. I get that Aaron Rodgers is banged up. I mean, Washington looked so bad and tragic against the Colts last week. But
they looked really good in week 1. It's
right.
Mr. Hyde, so I think they're splitting the difference, don't you think?
Now you're talking about it's a 2.5 point difference. It's Green Bay by 2.5.
I think Vegas freaked out because Aaron Rodgers basically admitted his knee is really jacked up. And I understand that. I think that's what the spread is, in my opinion, is it's all about his knee. PPR, this is Jonathan Brosh. Crabtree, Corey Davis, or Paul Richardson. Paul Richardson's still questionable, I believe. We're going to have the inactives here in a minute. But this is a tragic decision here. I think I go Crabtree.
I would go Crab as well.
All right, there you go. Stephanie Young Gregory, what up? Is Goodwin definitely playing? We're going to get to that in a minute. Kenny Wynn asks, half-point PPR, Stills, Tyler Boyd, or D.D. Westbrook? I go Stills here, but I do like Tyler Boyd as a pickup, and I applaud you, Kenny. What are your thoughts here, Howard?
I agree with you. I go Stills as well.
Yeah, but Tyler Boyd, I think that's really happening. Bender, Still, Barber over Wilkins or Cohen? Or Barber over Wilkins and Cohen, PPR flex. Rob Kaiser.
You know what? Brandon, you take this one. I've given him my opinion 4 times on this already. Like Rob, you blow me up. You blow me up on Facebook on a regular basis, and you ask me the same questions 800 times. Stop asking me. Like, seriously. Like, stop asking me the same question, dude. Here's Brandon. Brandon's going to answer this question. Brandon, you please give Rob his answer. I just can't answer the same question 5 times from people. Guys, if you ask me my opinion, I give you my opinion. Okay, I don't – it's not up for debate. It's not up for discussion. If you believe in a different player, then use that player. It's your team. It's not my team. If it's a high-stakes league, it's your money. It's not my money. I love you all so much, but I don't give a crap. Like, I mean, that's the thing, is that it doesn't bother me enough to sit here and say that I can answer the question 5 times and talk to people over and over again. I'm sorry.
They love you, and I understand.
And I love them too.
What was your answer to this? Give it one time, just in case someone else has the same question.
Nope. I absolutely refuse.
Okay. Dion Lewis, Alex Collins, or Philip Lindsay, PPR.
Wait. You got to give him your answer. You give him your opinion on that.
I think I might actually go Wilkins.
There you go.
Sorry.
I mean, it's at the point. I mean, Brandon, come on. If I ask you a question on Tuesday, and I tell you, don't ask me a start-sit question on Tuesday, and then he comes back and he asks me Wednesday after practice reports, and it's not just you.
Everyone else who's listening has no idea and doesn't.
Right? No, I know, and that's what I'm saying. It's not just Rob.
All right.
I love you, Rob. You know that, but it's people who come to you and ask you on Tuesday. You say, I'm not going to answer this until Wednesday after practice. Then you get the question Wednesday after practice. Then the Thursday game happens, and Friday comes, and they say, you're still on this one here. And then they come back to you again on Saturday night. You're still on this one here. And then they hit you Sunday morning when you're in the middle of the live stream. You're still on this one here. Like, again.
Then we move on to Mike Stenzel's question. Dion Lewis, Alex Collins, or Philip Lindsay, PPR? Collins? Okay. Just picked up Yeldon in standard scoring. Would you play him over Cobb?
No.
Yeah. We said that at the same time. No. Tammy has a question. Keenan Allen or Keelan Cole?
See, I'm going to go with Keenan Allen here. I think that Rivers is going to have to throw. He's going to have to attack the middle because the Rams' corners are so strong. And that's Keenan Allen's specialties, coming out of the slot.
Yep. I agree with you. I think that one of my favorite ways to be quote-unquote contrarian, I talked about it in one of my videos at fantasyalarm.com. The contrarian thing to do here is to play good wide receivers in quote-unquote bad matchups, but I actually think they're going to put Keelan Cole in this, or Keenan Allen in the slot, where they actually have been pretty weak for the Rams all season, and he's been in the slot for over 56% of his snaps so far this season, so I actually don't think this is that bad of a matchup for Keenan Allen, so I am sticking with him. DJ and Gio. I know you would go Gio. I'm going to go DJ, whatever, moving on with life. Thoughts on Aaron Jones? My thoughts on Aaron Jones, I already shared with you. It's a blocking issue. I think they will work him in and he could have a big play. That's always the case, but I don't know if he'll be on the field enough for me to start him this week, first week back. Any thoughts on that, Howard?
No, I think that we've summed it up very well as far as the Packers backfield. Listen, Mike McCarthy came out and said Aaron Jones has to earn his touches. So Jamal Williams is going to get the initial work. Ty Montgomery is going to get mixed in on third down. So if Aaron Jones needs to like break a couple of big runs and rip off some chunks of yardage early on in the game in order for him to get more touches later on. Can we predict that? No, we really can't. I mean, it's not that great of a matchup against Washington. So, when you're sharing the backfield like that, it's almost impossible to grab momentum. Like, I think that's like the biggest problem that Alex Collins has had, is that, he'll rip off a 12-yard run and Harbaugh will take him out and give the ball to Javorius Allen. Like, how is a running back supposed to develop any kind of momentum? So I just don't see Aaron Jones picking up enough momentum to carry him to being the top guy on this, in this backfield, at least just for this week.
Yeah. Thoughts on Tariq Cohen, Mike Hammy Manzo? I don't have a lot of thoughts. I don't know. He'll probably be fine. It's a good matchup for both he and Howard. I don't think there's any problem with him. I'm just not exceedingly enthusiastic about this offense. I don't think they've all settled in yet. When I watch them, it feels very haphazard. So I just don't feel, the only person I feel very solid about is Jordan Howard moving forward, because he just does his own thing. It's like he's in his own little planet, and I love it. Everyone else has a little bit of a dependency on the play calling, and that makes me a little worrisome. Howard, do you mind checking on the inactives as I'm going to get to a couple more things here. By the way, Kevin Ostrander says that you need a Snickers bar, which I think is hilarious.
Right. But the question is what character do I change into? Like, who am I when I need a Snickers bar? Yeah. Like, am I like B. Arthur?
Yeah, I know. Yes.
Like, who am I like? Like, am I? Just give
You're
me
Betty
like
Davis.
Betty Davis.
You're a little more ranty than Betty Davis. I don't know. I'm trying to think. It's good stuff, though. Again, though, so we're all sitting here, we're chatting, we're telling you who to play, who to not to play, but you could come play with us. There are two opportunities to do so. One is Fanball. You go to fantasyalarm.com/play-fanball, and you can play Fanball with us today. It's just $5. It's a $5 contest. It's a 50-50 to get your money back. And we're giving away hats, T-shirts, all sorts of fun stuff for all of you guys as part of being the FA family that we all are. And then also, you can play FanDuel with us. That's a $10 contest. It's a double up. Again, get your money back. It's fantasyalarm.com/FD contest. Again, fantasyalarm.com/FD contest. Also get a free week on us. So you can go fantasyalarm.com/Brandon or fantasyalarm.com/Bender. Tell us who you like more, and then sign up and get a week for free. All right. Non-PPR, choose one running back. Adrian Peterson. Interesting, no one's asked us about him yet today. Adrian Peterson, Saquon Barkley, or Jordan Howard, and you can only pick one.
I'm going to start Saquon Barkley.
Yeah. I agree. Although Jordan Howard's real close against the Cardinals. I wouldn't be surprised if he was the number one guy of the week.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I'm really not on to Tariq Cohen either. It's couple of gimmick plays, but they're not going to really they're not going to need to pass the ball. He's not going to need to be on the field. So
great. Deshaun Jackson or Crowder PPR? Jackson for me.
I'm sorry, Deshaun Jackson or Crowder?
Yeah,
Deshaun Jackson.
I think Crowder looks not good.
Yeah, you said that the other day. You're just not you didn't like his season last year. You don't like what you've seen from him this year.
Yeah.
Droppable?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's droppable, but he is, he's watchable in terms of being droppable. Let's put it that way. 6-point passing touchdowns, Wentz or Rodgers? You have to go Rodgers here, right?
Yeah, I'll go Rodgers here, definitely.
Okay, Mike from Long Island. Hi, what's up, Mike?
What's up, Mikey?
He says that he can picture Howard turning into Aretha Kitt after eating a Snickers.
Eartha Kitt, there you go.
What am I talking about? Okay, with Goodwin active, him or Keelan Cole?
If Goodwin's active, then yeah, I'm going with Goodwin.
Okay. So I just want to tell everybody, if you asked a Periscope question, it all went away. So please ask again. We're having some problems with getting your comments. So again, just like put it up. I am watching now, and I am not going to leave this page because when I do, it deletes everything. So please ask your question again if you were asking on Periscope /Twitter /whatever. Okay. Is Yeldon a must start today? We've kind of already covered this. For us, it's a no, but it's not a definite no, depending on who your options are. We got a lot of problems in running back land. And, you know, it's very weird when the year has started and the number 1 rusher is Matt Breida. Number 3 is Philip Lindsay, and supposedly they're pass catching back. So, right, Howard? I mean, at this point, it's like, who's the other person? We can't just give a general answer to that, right?
Correct.
Beautiful. Pick one: Garcon, Burkhead, Watkins, half-point PPR. Hi, Ryan Mack.
Going Garcon here against a weak Chiefs secondary.
Yeah, I could see. To me, Garcon's a solid pick. I could see Watkins and Burkhead exploding though. So that's the problem though. Or I could see them getting 5 points. Kirk Cousins or Brady? That's the world we live in.
I'm going Brady here.
Me too.
Yeah.
Need one running back, one flex in PPR. Clement, Chris Thompson, Djax, Boyd. I go with the 2 running backs myself.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Fitzgerald or Cobb?
Cobb.
Jimmy G or Wentz?
Jimmy G.
Agreed. Yeldon or T.Y. Hilton, half-point PPR?
T.Y. Hilton.
T.Y. Now I know that there's been a little bit of injury scare here. There is no one else there, people. I don't think we can. Yeah, it's got to be him. so Hilton it is. Full point PPR need 3. Barkley, Latavius Murray, Kenyon Drake, or Matt Breida. This is a legitimate question. Thank you, Chris T2 Garcia.
All right. So Barkley, Drake, and Breida.
So you leave out Murray.
I feel like, I mean, I don't want to, but I can't sit Barkley. I mean, it's not a great matchup, but again, it's sheer volume. It's all the dump off passes. They have to get rid of the ball quickly in order to get Eli from getting his head caved in. Drake against Oakland is a beautiful matchup. It really is. And, I think that's just where you got to go. So it comes down to then where you're looking at Breida or Murray. Now, Murray's he's going to be the back against, against Buffalo. So he's going to see volume. We know that. But Breida's going to see volume too, especially if this game is as high scoring as everybody expects. And if San Francisco is going to be playing from behind, which again, everybody expects because the game's in Arrowhead, then that puts Breida on the field a lot more than it puts Alfred Morris on the field.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a really tough call here. It's very tough. I mean, I think you can go either way and be fine. But, I mean, again, I can't sit Barkley or Drake this week.
No, I like it. It's just hard to sit Latavius Murray too. So I agree with you. It's a tough question. Do you have the inactives?
Let's see. They're being input right now. They are not all there, but here we go. Let's see what we got so far. Bengals, Carolina. Let's see. On the Bengals side, center Billy Price out. That's going to be a big deal. Mm-hmm. On the Ravens, on the Panthers side, Curtis Samuel's still out. Nobody of any consequence there. Saints, Falcons. Manti Te'o, he's out for the Saints.
The Saints defense.
Yeah, right. That's all it needs is to take another hit. Takarist McKinley, defensive lineman for the Falcons. He's going to be out. That's definitely going to affect the pass rush. That's definitely going to affect the outside runs for Alvin Kamara. I think that they're going to really they're going to run at McKinley's replacement. I think they're also going to just dump little passes over his replacement's head and get Kamara into space. That should be an interesting one. Denver, Baltimore. Let's see. Denver, nobody of any major consequence, who we think. Ravens, RG3 is still inactive. CJ Mosley is out. Hayden Hurst is still out. Tennessee, Jacksonville. Jags inactives aren't in for Tennessee. Jack Conklin's still out. Dennis Kelly's still out. They're just tragic. And San Francisco against the Chiefs. Jaquiski Tart out from the secondary for the 49ers. That's gonna again help out the Chiefs there. Eric Berry is out for the Chiefs as well. So both secondaries still hurting there. Colts, Eagles. Jack Doyle officially out. Marlon Mack officially out. For the Eagles, Jay Ajayi and Darren Sproles are both officially out. Alshon Jeffrey officially out. Raiders, Dolphins, Seth Roberts declared inactive today. Tank Carradine also still inactive. For the Dolphins, nobody really. Kalen Ballage still holding out hope for them. That was rhetorical. It wasn't directed at you, Brad. It was just in general.
I was like, I don't remember having all that hope.
Guy's amazing. He's going to be the next coming. Nobody of any consequence for the Redskins. Pirine still out. For the Giants against the Texans, Eli Apple, Olivier Vernon, they're both out. We knew that was coming. For the Texans, same old same. Kiki Cootie, Sammy Coates, Kayvon Webster. And that's it. So the only one that we were missing there really were the Jaguars. And I think we already know. Oh, here you go. Rashad Green, Leonard Fournette, DJ Hayden. Those are the names who are out. So there you go. Those are the inactives. I mean, nothing tragic, nothing that we weren't expecting.
Nope, we've already prepared for it. So good. We're good to go. PPR RB2, Derrick Henry, TJ Yeldon, or Alfred Morris, or Corey Grant.
I mean, I think I'd probably just go with Yeldon here. I mean, it's not a great bunch by any stretch of the imagination. So,
yeah, and Derrick Henry's been hurting all week, and so even though I'm not entirely sure what's going on, I'm definitely not going anything crazy there. Yeldon or Hogan PPR flex, guys.
I'll go Hogan here.
Yeah, Hogan, because the Lions pass all the time. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game, and you want to have Chris Hogan. I know Week 1 was disappointing. Week 2 was awesome. Let's try to find the mean here. Lockett, Stills, or Corey Davis in PPR?
Stills.
Yeah, I'm down with Stills. I still think Tyler Lockett's going to have a monster game. They're playing with the 12s this week. The only thing that's going to happen, so I do like Dallas as a cheap DFS play for a defense if you're looking to save some money. There's a lot of chalk for defense this week. Probably the only people that I like that are cheaper are that and the Miami Dolphins. But I actually like the Dallas Cowboys for the sacks. But I still think they're going to score points. So I still think it's going to be Lockett, who has back-to-back games with touchdowns. Start 2, Murray, Drake, Clement, non-PPR.
Murray, Drake, and Clement. I mean, I'll go Drake. He's just the most
and
talented
Murray?
Out of 3. Oh, it's 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would go Drake and Murray for standard league.
Jordan Howard or Chris Hogan in PPR?
Jordan Howard or Chris Hogan? I'm going to go Jordan Howard here, though, and I'm just going to take the running back.
Yeah, I'm going to go
going
solid.
Up against a very weak Arizona run defense.
Everything about Arizona's weak. Half-point PPR, Sanders or Alex Collins?
Half-point PPR, Sanders or Collins. I'm going
to go Sanders.
Are you? Okay, I'll go Sanders with you. I mean, I'm so on the fence with what Harbaugh's doing with Collins, and then, I mean, again, I maybe I'm just blind to thinking that the Ravens secondary wasn't as bad as what we saw, but I'm with you.
Listen, I think the Ravens secondary is fine, but I think Sanders is just much more involved in the offense than Alex Collins. That's my problem. I just can't do another week of that if I have an option like Sanders. I would still start Alex Collins over a Jordan Wilkins at this point, but I'm not going to start him over Emmanuel Sanders, in my opinion. Need a flex. Jamal Williams, Kenny Stills, Chris Godwin, or John Brown. Doesn't say PPR or not.
See, I like John Brown. How do you go against the guy who's had touchdowns in each of the first 2 games?
Yeah, I agree. Although Kenny Stills is also speaking to me slightly in my ear. Garcon or Goodwin in a half point PPR?
Garcon or Goodwin in a half-point PPR?
I tend to think that Goodwin is A-okay if they're starting him, since they did hold him out last week. I don't know if they'd push him back. Do you? I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think they would push him back either. So yeah, I would probably tilt towards Goodwin.
I mean, because I know that he was a game time decision that makes everybody nervous, but I just don't know if they'd start him. If he's full health, or if he's even at 80% health, I just think he's going to get fed. Dak Prescott or Case Keenum? Down in the bottom of the barrel.
I'm going to go Case.
Keep it with the Case. You know who else is the bottom of the barrel, but who's had great back-to-back games? Joe Flacco. If you want to get contrarian, Joe Flacco has had over 20 fantasy points in each of his first 2 games this season, whether they were winning or losing. It's bizarre. And you can thank John Brown. Garcon or Allen Robinson, full point PPR? I think if Goodwin's in, we go Robinson, right?
Robinson, I mean, I don't know if he's going to get shadowed by Patrick Peterson or not. So, yeah, I mean, I think...
Would you go Garcon?
I think I would kind of go Garcon. I mean, if Peterson's going to be on Robinson, and I know Goodwin's back, but again, I still think that they really have to throw. San Francisco's going to. I mean, I really do. So I'm going to go with Garcon.
He's only had 6 receptions this year for 78 yards, no touchdowns. I don't know, but yeah, we'll go with Garcon. And because this game's over under is insane. We have 8 minutes left, so we are going to go pew, 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 and try to get through as many as we possibly can. So some of these might be repeats because I did ask you guys to ask questions again, and if so, we're just still going to bang, 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 bang all the way through. So, you ready, Howard?
I got my pen and paper in hand. Let's do it.
All right, Goodwin or John Brown half point PPR?
Goodwin.
PPR, T.Y. Hilton or Marvin Jones Jr.?
T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah, guys. Again, Marvin Jones may not play. Tyler Boyd, Tyler Eifert, half point PPR.
Boyd.
Agreed. John Brown or Devin Funchess? Ooh.
I'm going to go John Brown here. Devin Funchess hasn't proven anything yet.
I kind of like Funchess this week. Eric Ebron or Jimmy Graham? I do. Eric Ebron or Jimmy Graham?
I'll go Ebron with Doyle out.
Yeah, Doyle is out, and I am dying inside that I'm telling you to start Eric Ebron. Jimmy Grapes or Alex Smith, I'm assuming? Okay, yeah, it should be.
Jimmy Grapes.
All right, John Brown or Devin Funchess, we just talked about that. How do we know where questions stand in the queue? You don't. 10-team PPR, Collins or Boyd in the flex?
Collins.
Agreed. T.Y. Hilton, no, we got that. Need one. Chris Carson, Snead or Cobb, PPR?
Cobb.
Yeah. Stash Hines, Grant, or Jones, PPR? Someone asked earlier, but got deleted. Curious for answer.
Stash Hines. I mean, I don't love what's going on there, but I mean, Hines has actually been showing a little something over the first couple of weeks. Not great, but I mean, he's been showing more. I think he's definitely a better stash.
Yeah, I'm okay with stashing Aaron Jones.
Right.
There's a difference between stashing Aaron Jones and starting him the first week back when Aaron Rodgers is on one leg. Pick 3. Boyd. This is toughy. Boyd, Pettis, Godwin, Eifert, Gabriel. I think we're definitely going to go Boyd, Pettis, Godwin, right? And sit Eifert, Gabriel. Yeah, half point PPR. Doesn't matter. Need 2 in PPR. Snead, Boyd, Anthony Miller, Sterling Shepard.
Snead, Boyd, Anthony Miller, and Sterling Shepard. And how many do we need?
2.
I'm going Snead and Boyd, actually.
I don't hate that. Goodwin or Brandon Cooks, standard? I'm going Cooks.
Cooks.
Corey Grant, Ronald Jones. Sorry, I forgot his initials on the names. Ronald Jones for stashing. Oh, I think I wouldn't know. I would do Hines for stashing over Ronald Jones. OJ Howard or I never pronounced his name right. Jonnu Smith.
I'm going OJ Howard. Smith has to stay on the line and he has to help block. That's why he put up a 0 last week because he had to block the entire time. They don't have any tackles.
Yeah. And I'm not playing anyone with Blaine Gabbert. So.
No, me neither.
You do you. Brita and Latavius Murray is tough, but appreciate your takes. You guys are awesome. Thank you. You're welcome. Lucker Rivers. We went Rivers. Goodwin or Chris Thompson, half-point PPR. I think you got to go Thompson, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And I love Goodwin. Could explode, but Thompson's so solid. Lucker Rivers. We did Rivers. We got Yeldon or Manu Sanders. We did Sanders. Collins or Stills.
Ooh. Is it PPR or standard?
Doesn't say.
So I'd go Collins if it's No, you know what? I think I would just go Stills. I would just go Stills no matter what. I mean, I love Collins, but I can't trust what they're doing in Baltimore. I just can't do it. Stills, at least he's a major target on that team.
Yeah. John Harbaugh, the new Andy Reid. Quarterback, Jimmy G or Fitzmagic?
You got to go Fitz. I mean, how do you not go Fitz based on what's been going on? We already saw how Pittsburgh's defense got lit up by the Chiefs, so might as well just ride Fitzpatrick.
So this person's asking, any comments on Calvin Ridley on DraftKings this week? Saves tons of money. I mean, sure. And especially if you're in a GPP, I'm fine with Calvin Ridley. You guys, when we say not to play someone, we're typically thinking season long, unless you specify that it's DFS. And there's a different risk component to that. But if you're playing a GPP, sure, save some money and go play something else. Although I will tell you, on FanDuel specifically, I got Alvin Kamara, Julio Jones, and Michael Thomas in a lineup with $900 left over. So you don't have to always go contrarian. Sometimes you can just go with the guys you think are going to be the best. Watson or Goff today? Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Goff, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Watson.
I know. I don't want to make a victory lap here yet, but I'm close on Watson. I'm close on making that victory lap. You guys spent a fifth rounder on that guy. Wow. Bortles or Rivers? I go Bortles.
Bortles or Rivers? Yeah, I would too.
Cole or Fuller PPR? I go Fuller, but I like both your options.
Cole or Fuller? Yeah, I'd go Fuller.
Cooks, Goodwin, Hogan. Need one.
Cooks, Goodwin, or Hogan?
Non-PPR.
Cooks, Goodwin, or Hogan?
Those are all great players, by the way.
Yeah.
Cooks here, but I like all three of them.
Yeah, I agree with Brandon.
Okay. Lost Dalvin and Ajayi. Oh, so many of us are in this problem. Hines or CJ Anderson in PPR. And they did do a crying emoji. I agree. I'm going Hines on this one. You?
I'm going Hines as well.
We were just talking about it. He's showing a little moxie. You guys. Aaron Rodgers or Matt Ryan? I go Matt Ryan.
Aaron Rodgers or Matt Ryan? Yeah, Matt Ryan.
Yeah, sorry, you guys. I know, guys, Aaron Rodgers on one leg. And listen, I was kind of wrong last week, but he only scored 16 fantasy points, by the way. Even though he had those 2 touchdowns like right away, I was like, okay, I was wrong. You should have started him. But then I looked at it and I was like, it was just okay. Standard League Flex. Collins or – oh, no, we already did this one. Watkins, Lamar Miller, or Golden Tate, half-point PPR.
Watkins, Lamar Miller, or Golden Tate? Watkins, Lamar Miller, or Golden Tate. I'm going Tate. I'm going Tate. Yep.
I like it. Okay, great. Gio or Nelson Aguilar?
Gio or Nelson Aguilar. PPR, I'm going Aguilar.
Non-PPR. Sorry, flex.
What?
Non-PPR.
Non-PPR? If it's non-PPR, I always lean to the running back.
But if you were in a PPR, I would go Aguilar. So it's really kind of a toss-up. Breida or Galladay, non-PPR? Breida, right?
Breida or Galladay, non-PPR?
Mm-hmm.
Breida.
Yeah. Okay. Traded T.Y. Hilton and Hyde for Barkley and Josh Gordon. Good trade? Sure, for the upside, right?
Yep, absolutely.
There you go. PPR league, take one. Cooper, Ted Ginn Jr., or Chris Godwin. This is where we are with Amari Cooper, everybody.
Yeah, right. I'm going Cooper.
I think you have to, but wow, that is... okay, Latavius Murray, Corey Clement, or Alex Collins?
What? Say that again?
Latavius Murray, Corey Clement, or Alex Collins?
Latavius Murray, just one?
Just one.
I'm going Latavius Murray.
Let's do it. Flex it a PPR. Chris Carson, Willie Snead, Randall Cobb. I go Cobb.
Yeah, me too.
Full point PPR.
Yeah.
White or Hogan, PPR flex.
Hogan.
Marvin Jones or Keelan Cole, PPR.
Cole.
Yeah, you guys, again, we're just being cautious with Marvin Jones. You may not be. It depends on if you're up or down on this. Got disconnected. Oh, yeah, no. We're back. Clement or Drake? We're going Drake, right?
Yes.
Aguilar or T.Y. Hilton, PPR? That's tough, actually.
Aguilar or T.Y. Hilton in a PPR?
I think I still go T.Y.
Yeah? Okay. T.Y. it is.
But that's a tough one, because other people are saying Aguilar. Do you feel Aguilar? You can tell me.
I mean, I like Aguilar in a PPR format, and especially with no other real receivers there. You've got Ertz and you've got Aguilar. Who else is there? You got have some dump offs to Corey Clement, sure, but I mean, again, then who's there for Andrew Luck? Nobody. T.Y. Hilton. He's found the end zone each of the last 2 games. So, I mean, that's why I'll defer to Brandon on this one with a T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah, but again, they're both great options. I'd be interested to know who your other person is. Eli Manning or Deshaun Watson?
Eli Manning or Deshaun Watson? You are loving this one. Loving this one.
It's Deshaun Watson, but baby, this is what you wait on quarterback. Please listen to me next time.
Oh my God, you are hysterical.
I just love it.
Are hysterical.
All right, you guys. We are going to head out of here, but we adore you. I think we hit most of the big news items today, and got to a lot of the questions about many of the same people, and so we're hoping you guys got a lot out of this. Again, go play Fanball with us. Go play FanDuel with us. It is a lot of fun to actually play fantasy with you guys. So go to fantasyalarm.com/playfanball. $5 contest. Then go to fantasyalarm.com/FD contest. That's a $10 contest. And then go get a free week at fantasyalarm.com/Brandon or fantasyalarm.com/Bender. Bender, do you have anything else to add before we head out of here?
I do not. Listen, best of luck to you all. This has been tragic beyond belief for everybody this season. Tragic beyond belief. We wish you nothing but the best of luck in all your DFS contests and all your seasonal as well. I love you all.
Beautiful. All right. Thank you so much, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.